Oh. Right. Let's go. I don't know why he's doing that. Here comes the sun, doo doo doo. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Gosh, it's been hot in here. Let me get my water on the go. What a beautiful sound. How sweet, how sweet. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. Ready for the weekend. Look ahead, so to speak. Let me. That noise sounds ominous, isn't it? So I hope everybody is safe and well. Again, this is a sign, isn't it? I've not used this deck for a while, and already one of the cards. Oh, caught a fly. One of the cards is upside down, so that tells me that's a sign. So somebody has no forward movement, or somebody's so stuck in the past. Somebody obviously can't move on from the nefarious actions they took. It is what it is. What goes around comes around. And what goes up always comes down. I would have liked to have done this outside again, but yeah, the day was too hot. And I wasn't really feeling getting covered in bread. You say it's good luck, but I don't know about that. So, Holy Spirit. Ooh. You saw that float just then? Let me get one more for the collection. Ooh. Okay. So some of you have completed moving forward because, as you know, red in the chakra system is your root chakra, which is your feet. Them boots are made for walking. That's just what they do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over. As you joking. Let's just say, Those of you that may have experienced betrayal, misfortune, heartbreak, trauma, for everybody's going to be different. So just put it where it fits. So, so it could mean for some of you that you've successfully healed. Um, what I'm sensing is, you see the ones that are the most wicked, they clearly have held on to whatever trauma they've experienced in their past lives, which is quite sad actually. So holding on to resentment and bitterness, that in itself is going to keep you stuck. Does that make any sense? It's going to keep you stuck. Those that choose to go for the emotions, and I'll be honest with you, there's a lot. There's a lot. Take it from me. There's a lot. There's a lot of It's usually like you go through like cycles. First you're heartbroken, then you're sad, then you get angry, and then you live. That's by choice, by the way. People that you choose to, but some people choose to just be bitter, bitter as hell, and it kind of shows. I tell you why it shows is because a lot of people look on the outside exterior, so people have a very unique way of how can I say, dressing up their pain. Do you understand? And it's only when you get to know someone or you get in too deep that the mask falls and their true colors are revealed. So I don't never go for what people look like. I look at their spirit. Do you understand? Because people tend to, I don't know, just be fake. There's a lot of there are a lot of authentic people, don't get me wrong, but there are also a lot of fake ass people out there. Do you understand? And we seem to attract to the fake ones. Or we mirror back their energy and they don't like it. Average way you want to articulate, but yeah. So some of you having new beginnings, new start, new ventures, new way of life. You go into new places, meeting new people. For a lot of you, how can I say, that abandoned person that was whenever it was is not the person that sits here today. Which a lot of people are probably shocked at. I can gather that. Purely because you can kind of tell because most of these people avoid you at all costs. Most people, when they do see you, is either they have like this deer in the headlight look, or it's like this head down, shoulders up, and they start picking up the pace. They literally run like rats or cockroaches, depending on where you live. So yeah, the fact that you found the strength to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep it moving is testimony. Because a lot of these people are you pegged for, that's it, it's over, they're not going to get back up. But you keep getting back up. I think that's what's really pissing them off. These are the kind of people that they're only strong in groups. These are the kind of people that they can only thrive off of outside validation. These are the people that spend a lifetime looking outwards. What am I looking around? What am I looking around the room for? I don't know what I'm looking for, by the way, but it is what it is. Then you've got the Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. Someone else is heartbroken that you still have the heart that you have. If anything, I would say you protect it more now than probably what you did before, which is a good thing. You should. Do you understand? On Three of Swords, this is telling me that you're speaking your truth. Ain't it funny how you can tell the usual people that follow the same, repeat the same dirty cycles? They do the same thing to everybody, and then they tell the same stories. To that some point, people are going to be wondering, so how come it's everybody that does the same, but you're innocent? Something ain't right. But yet, these are the same people, clearly, because it's blue, that just can't seem to stop talking about you. Probably the same ones on these fake accounts stalking me, but hey, do you, boo boo? Do you? They're just mad because of the fact of you healed, you still got your pentacles, your heart chakra is, I would say, is radiant. But some of you are going to notice it purely for the encounters you may be having. Some of you may be thinking like, what's your deal? Because I know I would personally, do you know what I mean? Because you know who you are as an individual. So, especially if you're not going out there to present yourself as that, but clearly you're catching people's attention. So clearly you're doing something right, isn't it, darling? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Good things come to those who wait. Not literally wait, but just don't settle for less. Do you understand? So those of them that choose to stay in heartbreak, that's on them, innit? Do you understand? Thank you. Ooh. Hi! Someone's got some funny money. Green again. So, Two of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles. So does that tell me that someone was trying to damage either your work environment, whether it be in the physical or online or both? Someone's been attacking your work, your money, your finances, or trying to. I get a strong feel of a return to sender. So if you was putting out negativity, lower level energy, attacks, spiritual attacks, magic, you just manifested that into your own existence, which is, that's on you. Again, so if you're now, there's some of these people are, I'll tell you the truth, now are they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. These are people that borrow, but then never return. When it comes to them returning what they borrowed, these people are going into hiding. Or they change their number, or they come up with some. These are the people that are full of excuses, what I'm getting. Or they just don't answer the phone. And if you just so happen to catch them when you least expect it, because the universe has got a funny way of making it happen to people. So what people will do is, if they know that you're the kind of person where they follow a certain routine, for instance, you'll deliberately set it up so that you cross their path. So then they have to change it up to avoid you, not realizing the divine's always 2 steps ahead. Is it I can bring out the right place at the right time? When these people least expect it. So yeah, they're just mad because you're still being you. If anything, you've evolved, you've completed some type of transformation. I'm kind of getting like forgiving those and forgiving yourself. But again, let me just make this very clear. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Not one bit. I don't give a damn who you are. Do you understand? Not at all. So yeah, these people are trying to message you on all levels. Yeah, they were trying to do magic to not just steal from you, but keep you in a Five of Pentacles energy. Again, you can only do so much before that shit comes right back to you and puts you on your ass. And it seems like that's what's happening by the looks of things. You're still balanced. Well, those of us in the upright anyway. Those people in reverse, well, I'll be honest, I really don't have any care for. And that's another problem with these people, they're mad because you don't care. And it's funny because how can you care about something that these people created or brought on themselves? Make it make sense. Again, this is why I say you can't help anybody. These are the people that deliberately would lie to others to deceive people into helping them, knowing what that meant spiritually. So it was basically to set other people up. And it meant you help someone that's going through karma. That's like you telling the universe you're willing to share this karma or take on this individual's karma. And then these little rugrats will then go and do spell work, do you understand? To project it all onto you. could be the smallest amount of anything you've given them. Do you understand? And they will utilize that against you. And once you peak game on that, you're unable to continue to do that. They have to find somebody else. But they always return to the scene of the crime. Yeah. This is people that you had love for or should have had love for you. Yeah, look at that. So, don't get me wrong, you do have people that generally love you for the right reasons, but you do have a lot of people that love you for the wrong reasons. They just love you for what they can obtain from you, but then never reciprocate it. That's what energy is meant to be reciprocal. But these kind of individuals in the reverse, they just take. They give you a whole big elaborate spew about, oh, if you do this, I'm gonna do this, or they kiss your ass. Do you understand? Suck up to you for as long as they have to get what they want, and then they're gone with the wind. Yeah, gone with the wind. So it's the same list like how money is money. Energy is currency also. Energy is money in it. So it's literally like the more energy you put into or focus on something or someone, or the more they take, and there's no reciprocal action, is the more you end up without. Some of you, this could be people that deliberately pursued you for this specific reason. I know, shocker, innit? I should say trigger warning, innit? Or some of you coming to realize that certain individuals only use you for that reason and that reason alone. And you can always kind of tell in it because they're always quick to downplay you, misunderstand you, discard you, and then believe they can talk to you like shit, but then expect you to give them an olive branch. You know, it doesn't work like that. For some of you people love your tenacity, they love your courage, your strength. Why did I just hear divine feminine energy? Yeah. So what I'm getting is a lot of lies have been exposed. Or people that are out there trying to act as though they're illuminating things. No, you're not. Because illuminating things doesn't pertain to gossip. Not where I come from anyway, so I don't know about anybody else, but I can only speak for myself, so it is what it is. So yeah. Or I can say that something's been proven, vindicated. And it's funny how these same people that get exposed, they should just really be glad that they had such a long run, don't you think? Because some of these, how can I say, OAPs have been doing this for a long time. In fact, I can go as far to say that some of these people are the worst ones. Like I said, maturity doesn't come with age. But it's the way you illuminate things as well. Right and looking at the people, you can tell whether or not people, yeah, see their strength. Capricorn energy, you have the strength of a lion. Page of Pentacles, positive, eventual positive outcome. Because of your strength, because of your courage, because you just kept moving forward. But some of you, even if you didn't, you wasn't even sure like where it was going, where it was going to end. You just kept moving forward, which is that to me. That's the personification of courage, especially when you don't use your experiences to then go out there and harm other people. That's these fools in reverse. Yeah. So whatever you've been working on, there's some type of good news. If you're studying and if you're studying to add it to something you're already doing, you're going to be successful in it because it's in the upright. If you're studying just for the accolades, don't worry about it. I mean, even if you don't, do you know what I mean? You could just redo it again. Never see it as an excuse to just be like, oh, I'm just going to give up now. No, because that's what these people want. Do you understand? There's always a doppelganger waiting in the shadows to try and fit your shoes. Chariot on the bottom. The resilience and determination needs to be studied. Yeah. Did they try to lay to rest a star? So some of you are in some type of star energy as the Ace of Pentacles. That's the energy and potential you possess. Money, money, money. It ain't funny when you ain't got none. Or you can look at it as energetically, you're spiritually a billionaire. Whereas these people in the reverse, they're in spiritual poverty, spiritual depletion, because they don't build from their own. They build from what they take, steal, and pillage from other people. So for some of these people, yeah, it's getting really hot under the collar. I'm afraid to say. Blue again. When it says laid to rest, it doesn't actually mean like, well, in some aspects, if it's in the reverse, that can mean like someone tried to lay to rest. This is you knowing to rest in order to recover, to come back even stronger. So it's literally a sense where you can say you've got nothing to prove. So those people that want to be in competition, you don't compete, you never compared. You need to try and be in competition with being a better version of yourself than you've never attempted to be in the first place. How about that? And this is why collectively you have star quality, star energy. You shine regardless. Even at your lowest, you still shine. Isn't that crazy? That's why they really hate you, know. No matter what they did, no matter what they said, no matter how much they attacked you, you still shine. Ooh. Yeah, told you. Someone spoke some truth about some lies, deceit, and hidden agendas. What was a karma really whooping your ass? You just had to just be like, you know what? Or some of you may have some of these people may have confided in somebody, or maybe thought they was having some type of private conversation that wasn't really private. I wouldn't be surprised because that's the same thing they did to people anyway. So, and it's funny how people like to dish it out, but they can never take it. I think that's quite amusing, actually. Very interesting. Very interesting to observe. So yeah, something about someone speaking something about some lies, slander, deceit, hidden agenda, dirty dealings, unfair dealings. Six of Pentacles. About some type of gift or money. Yes, stop it. Told you. The truth is out. Judgment has been called, darling. The truth is out. So it's literally like, how can I say? It's like the more they would lie or the more they're being deceitful, is the more things are backfiring to the point of they can't keep it hidden. These are people that even though shit was going left and they're getting backfires and they're getting karma, they're still lying. I'm not seeing people say they're gonna take this or they was that was their first thought was they're taking these lies and these secrets to their grave until they got exposed. I'm not seeing someone like being grilled to the point of they just kind of exploded. All right. Do you know what I mean? Or just came out. Do you know what I mean? Or they got so angry, they let it out. Just like these weirdos on here that really thought that they were so smart and so clever, harassing and stalking from fake accounts, to then only uh speak on a private conversation. Make it make sense. You caught yourself out. The divine gave you the rope and you hung yourself. Pure and simple. So yeah, judgment has been called. And as a judgment has been called for the vindication of the innocent. And this is what I said a long time ago, yeah, like the world is backwards. Or society is backwards. Ooh. About a 2 cup situation. Now remember, orange is sacred. So whatever kind of relationship it was sexual in nature. I'm gonna just say it like it is. But for some of you, there was clear like nefarious intention in the sense of they didn't really want the relationship. They just wanted the physical side of it so they could harness your energy. Do you understand? And that's the only way they was gonna get it. So a lot of these people are waking up to it, and a lot of you are coming to that realization. Both is disgusting either way, do you understand? So it is what it is. 2 of Cups in the reverse. 7 of Wands on the bottom. 9 of Wands. What I just say to you, because you still chose to move forward regardless of what you was experiencing, I can only imagine that these people are probably sat there because they know what they've done. It is what it is. And for some of them, they have first-hand knowledge. For some of you, unbeknownst to you, you was being watched. So they saw your pain, they saw your torment, they saw your misery. And that was entertainment for these people. And now they're experiencing it themselves. They don't like it too much. Don't like it too much. But it is what it is. What goes around comes around. And the fact that you're still here, walking your path, doing you, looking as vibrant as ever, might I add. You probably feel vibrant too, because you've got to think to yourself, the same people, they kind of, I'm getting a sense of, what's the word? The trash took itself out. And I mean it literally. The trash took itself out. So now the only way that they can get a look in, from the outside in, I mean, is by the same weird shit that they're doing already with just stalking from fake accounts. How's that working for you? Understand? What has it changed in your life? Nothing other than you're still bitter. If not more so. More bitter now than you ever was before. Yeah. You manifested this yourself. Exactly. And you're mad because now we can celebrate. You're mad because now we're happy. You're mad because we found our own happiness. Orange within, we found our own happiness. Whereas you're at the mindset of you search for happiness in others outside yourself. It doesn't make any sense. So clearly these are people that can't be alone. You always have to be surrounded with people, which means you're very weak spiritually, weak physically, and weak emotionally. I'm gonna just tell it like it is. I ain't sugarcoating shit. Yeah, Six of Swords on the bottom. These are people that are mad because they can no longer stop you from moving forward. Yeah. So one or two things. So whatever you was using to how can I say, slander someone's reputation, you just really exposed yourself. So I'm kind of getting like people that will stalk your account, stalk your comment section, see who's conversating with you, and basically probably message them privately trying to talk shit about you or making you out to be who they truly are. Do you understand? So think about it. So if you ever had that experience, look at the messenger. Do you understand? And think about the message that they're trying to tell you, and just know that's them. Because people in a truly high vibration, we don't have time for that. That's not how we roll. Simple as that. Do you understand? But people in the reverse that are bitter, twisted, vindictive, self-hatred, self-loathing, victim mentality, they're the kind of ones that will go so low down to stalk someone's platform, then go message people that correspond with you. Do you understand? That's a telltale sign. Listen to the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm gonna get one more, please. Thank you. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yes. Now I can take this one of two ways. They wanted to fight you. They can't fight you really. They can't do shit. Let's be for real. But they wanted to conflict and have conflict and quarrel with you over your values, over your mindset and your traditional values and how you carry yourself and what you will and will not engage with. So that tells me whatever narrative they've been putting out there has been dispelled. So they're looking like a bunch of fools. That's what they are. A bunch of fools. 501's just fighting in court. So clearly, I'm also sensing that they say misery loves company, innit? So if they try to malign your character, probably make false statements, give out false information, they're really just telling on themselves. And if that's their perception of somebody, that's probably because that's their own mindset. Do you understand? With people like that, that's their mindset. People always like to judge you no higher than their own understanding. But my understanding may not be the same as yours. Do you understand? So you cannot correlate the two together. We can agree to disagree. But you cannot downplay or disregard someone else's mindset purely because you don't see it. Make it make sense. And these are the same people that need like a flock of individuals to all agree on one accord. What is that? Like that you have no mind. These are people that are not free thinkers. It's literally like they allow other people around them to dictate their thought process and their decision making, which is weak. I'll tell you straight, it's weak. Weakness. Yeah, you're just mad because you can't blind people. The same way you want people indecisive and stuck in their mind, or like scared to speak, that's you now. Queen of Cups. So you're a balancer. You're a very powerful energy, powerful feminine energy that balances out frequencies. You balance out negative energy, you transmute it. From a loving heart space. So this is so you're somebody with pure intentions. Do you understand? If it was in the reverse, that just means you're just a witch, a nasty bitch. There's no other way to put it other than what it is. So like skating around it and trying to dress it up to make it look all nice. Nah, we ain't got time for that. It's too hot for that shit. Yes, collective. So it's like you encompass all the Queen archetypes. Do you understand? And a lot of the major ones as well. Some of you have gone through some type of spiritual upgrade. And believe it or not, a lot of people can see that. The thing is, the fact that they kept it to themselves clearly speaks volumes on how they truly feel. Oh shit, I didn't want you to know that. I hate when this falls off. They didn't want you to recognize that within yourself. I've had this for so long. I should get a new one really, but not yet. I'll wear this bitch until it breaks. I probably just didn't screw it on properly. Hopefully it's screwed on properly now. Yeah. It's literally like you are the personification of not just love, unconditional love. Because there's any people that don't love themselves, hate to see it, and that's quite sad. But still, it's not your problem. So some of you are making like new connections. Like if there's anybody like from your past, there's more so only really be people. Yes, I told you. There'll only be people that are, yeah, look at that. It's on fire tonight, High Priestess. Some of you are High Priestess, but some of you are also being upgraded to Empress status. I know there's a lot of people out there calling themselves these things, but have you done the work to even hold that title? I don't think so. It's like people want to wear that title as like a fashion statement, not realizing the deeper meaning or spiritual implications to wearing this title. And a lot of people haven't done the work to even wear this title. Some people walk on with like an air of entitlement and it's yeah. But for those of you out there, good for you. You're still moving forward. Respectfully, gracefully. And you're not harming anybody in the process. That's another thing. Unlike some individuals. But yeah. King of Swords is on the bottom. We all know the kind of society that we live in. Oh, look at that. Looky here. Confirmation. Some of you know now that you're temperance energy. Some of you are well aware of what your mission is and why you chose this path. Some of you may have taken a bit longer than others. Some of you have kind of always known because of the kind of experiences that you had. But the ones that try to stop you, hamper you, stand in your way, block you, yeah, you're getting your asses tore from the floor upwards for that shit. But hey, Wheel of Fortune. I mean, that kind of really song. Keep on moving, don't stop, clap the hands of time. Woo! Corruption, corruption, corruption. Oh shit. King of Swords in the reverse. So this is someone that's very narcissistic, very immature. A liar, a cheat, a backstabber. It's blue, so of course, this is someone that you can't take them at face value. You can't even take a word of what they say with a pinch of salt because they're just a liar. It's like a compulsive liar. And I kind of get in I don't know why. This is someone that, for whatever reasons, and the thing about it is, I never understood why men go with women if they cannot stand women. Make it make sense. Oh, I know why. It's because they want that feminine energy so that they can manifest the life that they want. So they're putting in the hard work and graft to obtain it with their own blood, sweat, and tears. They go into unrequited love situations just to harness a female's energy. You're disgusting. Bottom of the barrel scum, as far as I'm concerned. Bottom of the barrel scum. And then you have the audacity to then try and lie on people. Make it make sense. You're a piece of shit. Look at that. The page of cups in the reverse. Look at the color. Orange. What's orange? Your sacral chakra. What's your sacral chakra? Your sexual energy. See, this is men that go around deliberately target women for their sexual energy. And then lying. So it's one thing you lie to get the person, but then it's another thing to abuse someone, try to take him out, then try and walk in their essence, you scumbag, and you want to lie on people. I think that's gonna fly. You gonna call you out, boo. Very childish, because the page is like a child. Someone that's very childish, very immature. Again, maturity doesn't come with age. It's literally like collectively you're embarrassing some of these people. Because some of these people, I'll be honest with you, some of these people you may have had the utmost respect for, you may have held in some type of high regard. Psh. Bitch, them people are in the gutter. Literally. And once you realize that, it's like what you've seen cannot be unseen. And they're only mad at the fact that you see them. Do you understand? These are people that you probably even defended as well. That's another thing. I know you probably went through a stage where you was probably kicking yourself at this fact of the way you defended this person blindly. Do you understand? Only for them to be exposed as a habitual liar, a demonic, narcissistic, trauma broken child in a male's body. There's no excuse. Do you understand? Because we've all been through shit. There's no excuse. None. This is why people like this have to join covenants to feel powerful and weak. And I will never respect anybody like that a day in my life. I don't give a damn who you are, what title you think you have. I don't care. Yeah, this is someone, I wouldn't say you're a penny pincher. I would say you're what's the word? What's that word? When you got that word, you can't get off your tongue. It's there, but you just need to. Ooh. The one I'm trying to get out is minimalist. That's it. Collective, I know some of you are just minimalist. Whereas people like this, fake as shit. These are the kind of people that will brag, boast, show off with someone else's material items. Yeah. These are people that will go out there flashing all this money like it came from them. No, people. That's what you acquired from whoever you hooked up with. Let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. And the fact that people do this in society, men and women, don't get me wrong, men and women do this. Do you understand? It's not that we all desire that we all have the right to have our heart's desires, but at the same time, you got bills to pay, you got look after your home. If you have a car or whatever, motorbike, whatever the case may be, you still got to buy petrol for that. You got to get that service. Do you understand? Then you got to run your home. You got to do your shopping. You got to look after your clothes, your laundry, domestic needs, washing, cleaning, that kind of thing. So considering some of you have not had the means like that, you still was very resourceful. You still was able to thrive. Do you understand? You were able to adapt. Whereas some people, how can I say? It's like they cannot adapt to not being able to spend what isn't theirs or spend what they don't have. That's weird, isn't it? To think that people are like that, especially people that you think would have more sense or people that you held in like a certain regard, come to find out there was a total opposite from what you actually, perception that you had, or even the image, the false image that they was perpetrating or portraying. Yeah, they perpetrated a false portrayal of themselves. And you, collective, I tell you who you are, you see who they truly are. That's why they don't like you. Because you see who they truly are. Yeah. And now they're in anxiety and sleepless nights because everybody else can see it. Yeah. What was I just saying about people? Ooh. What was I just saying about people with their yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. So, collectors, some of you may have like with whatever you're sharing or however you're expressing yourself, you may have kind of like opened other people's eyes to fake love offers, fake relationships, or which when you look at it, because a knight is like a love proposal, isn't it? But it's in the reverse, so that tells you it's not genuine. Do you understand? So that's like people just pursuing you for their own benefit, basically, not because they truly want any kind of genuine union with you. There's always some nefarious intentions. Do you understand? That's just the same as like men using women for a come up and women using men for a come up. Do you understand? Six of Cups in the reverse. Damn. These are people that are not happy because their past has come to haunt them. Or maybe other people that they've done this to are now realizing. Do you understand? Now all the spells are broken. They're realizing exactly what's done. Maybe other people are speaking up too. So it's like, damn. If 5 other exes have spoken up and said the same thing about an individual, 9 times out of 10, that's the truth. Look at that King of Cups in the reverse. Same thing again. So this is showing me like a multitude of male energy that conduct themselves like this. This can even be like a coven of men that do this. Do you understand? 2 of Wands in the reverse. Don't play with me. So the tactics that they were trying to get people to agree to some type of unrequited love, they failed. They failed. Clearly they failed because all 3 of them, they failed. And this one specifics, and I tell you why, because this one, when they do this, yeah, they do this to stop you from ever having any kind of life, to stop you in your tracks, to put a death to your forward movement, to your journey, basically. And you notice how all these cards are orange at the bottom, at the top. Sexual energy. Let's talk about it. Red is that's for you to stop moving forward, because red is your foot, is your feet. Do you understand? To stop you from moving forward. Or even worse still, to keep you stuck with them because they choose to be stuck. But like I said, there's a choice in it. So these are people that like to force other people's will. But the way they're going about it is a, what can I say? It's worse than a betrayal of universal law, spiritual law, even your human rights. Do you understand? Because they then think that they can, because whatever relationship you was in with them, even though they may have moved on to discarded you for the new supply, they still feel they have the right to puppet and dictate your life. Make it make sense. Bitch, you don't. You absolutely do not. The only person that has that authority is the divine. And these people are finding that out the hard way. Look at that. Oh, looky here, looky here, looky here. Death in the reverse. So did they try to assassinate people? Collective. They're actually going to take people out now, huh? Listen, let me tell you something. The amount of attempts on my life, trust me, I could write many novels. Do you understand? So I can imagine they've done this to many other people. And it makes sense now because the funny thing is, yeah, I've seen some females that have been with certain individuals, yeah, that I know who they are. I don't know, I don't know them to speak to, but I've seen them like growing up kind of thing. And I never would have had that perception of them had I not seen the outcome of some of these females. Because some of them have never been the same since, and they still are not the same. And I'm talking when I was a child. Do you understand? But I just didn't know that that's what it is. You understand? Whereas growing up, when I was with my friends, like when we see women like that, we even think to ourselves, oh, we just assume because the men discarded them, they lost their minds. That's what we was thinking. No, it goes deeper than that. Because some of these women was beautiful women that had potential. You could tell they had a future. They was going places. Do you understand? And it's sad to see that this was their outcome. But that's what people do in society, I suppose. Not anymore. Because the more you know is the better you can protect yourself. What did I say? Didn't I not say, yeah? This is like a coven of narcissistic men. Listen, it don't matter if they got wives or girlfriends or fiancés. That's just a cover up. Do you understand? That's just for the image. I told you. I told you. Wow. And I can only imagine, yeah, at some point, life's going to give you lessons where, or force you to have some type of conscience. And some people would just choose to just dig even deeper. Maybe some of these people, some of these men, and I'll tell you why I say this, some of these men may want to either go a different way or do good or do better, whatever the case may be. And then they're not going to have that. Or maybe someone wanted to expose this cartel here. You know what happens? Because I've also seen same thing again. Men that was in certain groups, and then all of a sudden one of them just falls off. And there's always one that you least expect. But the funny thing is, the point I'm trying to make is they've all ended up the same, men and women. I've seen women like this, and I've also seen men like this, and they've never been the same since. And I always wondered, like, what happened? Like, do you understand? Can there listen? It all cannot be like, say, for instance, they would say, "Oh, it's mental illness." What, the same mental illness for everybody? Come on, now that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I tell you what, it could be though. The same coven doing the same type of spell work and the same type of black magic. There, I said it. Point blank period. Because all these people look exactly the same. And these people have come from different walks of life in different areas too. Do you understand me? So it's a bit of a coincidence that they all had the same fate. Come on now. So it's justice for this shit to come out. And these are people probably like out in the public. You would not see out together. Only when they go to their little group, or their little meetings, or their little round table meetings. Do you understand? But other than that, I don't know how I'm getting this. These people would act like they don't know each other. Some of them are friends, some of them good, but I'm saying all in general is like it's like to keep the little secret. They would act like they don't know each other, which is weird. But behind closed doors, you're the best of buddies. Come on now, you're all on one accord. Make it make sense. Some of these, I'll be honest with you. Some of these are lovers. Mm-hmm. But that's no excuse to do what you was doing. Be who you want to be, innit? You understand? There's no judgment now. Okay. Look at that. Ten of Swords in the reverse. So, these are people that just, all they care about is money. They use people to get to the back and keep people in the dark. Not realizing, again, some people are protected. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You know? Divine timing is always at play. This is someone that's speaking about some type of Ten of Swords, betrayal, backstabbing, untimely deaths, attempted assassinations, the whole works. Hermit. That gives me like kept in the dark, kept out the loop, things hidden from you. Not realizing who God created you to be. Or for some of you, when God chose to activate you. For everybody's going to be different. You understand? But that's where the heart truly lies. And I said, and do you know what? It's funny because I said this quite a few years ago. It's like people are more consumed by immaterial items and money. So now it's like they will play that, oh, I love you, we get married. They'll play that game just to secure the bag. It's disgusting. So you took an oath in front of the Creator only for material gain. Make it make sense. Some of these men were marrying some women just to tie into their ancestral wealth. I know. You know that's what you do. For some of you, you got families that do this. That's what they do. Like literally, that's their job description. Do you understand? And they all know, other than you. It's literally like, for these people, as sick and twisted as it sounds, it's like an inside joke. I tell you what's not an inside joke though? The karma and backfire. That's not an inside joke though, is it? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at my glasses keep looking lopsided. What's going on? Oh, damn. Collectively, you've ever seen the car that just dropped out? Of all cars to fall out, oh my days. Check this out. Look at the car that fell out. Don't play with me. Look at the card that fell out. Thank you. Confirmation. Of all the cards to drop out, maybe there's no more cards. Of all the cards to drop out, that card dropped out. The devil. Now I kind of get when I used to hear certain individuals say things like, oh, I'm on demon time. You know, when you just let it go over your head? Yo. Pay close attention to when people speak like that. Don't take it for a joke, especially if these individuals are in your immediate circle. Because guarantee, if that's what they're saying, it's like it's only these people that are in the group that understand it. So they're having that's like a little laugh to them. You're the one that doesn't know. And 9 times out of 10, you're the target. So when you're thinking there's a big joke and you're laughing with them, no boo boo. They're laughing at you. You understand? They're laughing at you. So whatever oath they took, that's on them. You won't be blinded to that shit. Well, I hope not collective. You understand? That's why people perish is because of willful ignorance or cognitive dissertation, where people act like, oh, well, if it's not happening to me, then it doesn't matter. That makes you complicit. Complicit by association. 2 of Swords in the reverse. So this is people trying to skew people's minds about other people, or just skew people's minds about this certain decisions. Do you understand? Or even taking certain actions because they want it for themselves. Is it like if people do any dirty tactic, dirty deed under the sun to keep their position hidden? And you still got exposed. Look, you still got exposed. Wheel of Fortune. You're at the top of the bill now. You use at the top of your game until you mess with the wrong one on the right day. That was meant to happen. Look at that. Someone's having anxiety. Someone's probably crashing out. About money. Guarantee it wasn't their money. I always wonder why it goes cloudy. That's a whole nother one. Anyway, yeah. So either someone's suffering with anxiety, probably having gut problems, because that's what anxiety does, isn't it? Someone could be on medication for this, or that's what they were trying to do to others. Or maybe some of you have had to heal from all of these things. Excuse me. It's clear, you know, that's blatantly a demonic attack. That's what happens when you end up with a warlock or witch. That's the best I can say. Or when you get targeted by a warlock or witch, or get duped into a fake, unreciprocated love situation. You're just a meal ticket. Yeah, I know, you're the meal ticket. Disgusting. But some of you has always been like some type of setup by the ones closest to you. The ones carrying the title relative. Because you got to think that's where it all started. Even if for some of these people that are like this, not that there's any excuse, not excusing any of it, but that's their excuse. Because whatever trauma that they chose not to heal from their childhood, or whatever person broke their heart when they was younger, that's not an excuse. Absolutely not. Hear them sirens? What did I say to you? An empress in the reverse, that is a Jezebelian Lilith spirit. Guaranteed. Probably working alongside this coven of men. Willingly, probably too. It's what one of the side pieces of one of these men too. Oh, look at here, look at here. The Wheel of Fortune with Justice in the reverse. So, are these people going around saying that like what they're doing is justice? What they're doing, they have a right to do it. You don't. It is what it is. You don't. And the fact that you have no integrity, no morals, no etiquette, and definitely no self-control. These people that lack self-control have -0 when it comes to like willpower. It's all run by ego and jealousy. And it's mad to see, you know what, I'll be honest with you, it's mad to see that men's jealousy can be worse than females. It's actually quite shocking. Very shocking and very alarming. But yeah, that's what they are. No integrity. I just saying that what goes up must come down. So whether or not this thing has been dismantled, these people have been exposed, everything's crashing and burning. And everybody has their time as well, you know? I don't know how that list goes, but I do know yeah, it's like a domino effect. So you have to ask the creator, like, what number you are on that list. Because you know, most of you are on that list. Yeah. You've got the parts of society that love unconditionally, and then you got the other side, which is these people that love with conditions. Sad. Very sad. Yeah, this Empress in the reverse, yeah. That's a skank for sure. He's probably servicing all these men too. Definitely. And they say one of these, she could be the wives of one of these men too. Yep. All you've done is cause yourself a lot of burden, sorry. So that's like saying because your plans fell flat, you have to carry your own shit. So whatever you created, whatever karmic debt you built up, that's yours to carry, boo boo. No matter who it is. That's what I tell people, protect yourself. Especially when they say, it's literally like these people telling themselves in a sense of they will say little slick things, and then when you catch them on it, oh, isn't he joking? Or they just flat out deny what they just said. But you heard clearly. And I guarantee these are the kind of people that will like whisper dumb shit under their breath. And you catch it too. You may not let on that you've caught it. And I've experienced that a few times. But then I know how to move accordingly. That's why they're really mad. Because they don't know how long you caught on. They don't know how long you've known. They don't know how much you know. What they do know is they're all caught up. And whoever this bitch is, you're going down. So this could even be one of their family members, you know? Or the matriarch of their family. Whoever this Jezebel in the reverse, because she definitely ain't no empress. Definitely a wannabe, definitely not empress. Jezebel, definitely. 6 months of the world. So they couldn't stop your success or you from achieving your goals. So clearly that's what they wanted to do. Otherwise, why would it come out? So what I'm sensing is They want to engage with people. Oh, so maybe this is the bitch that was engaging with these men in some type of sex ritual. Do you understand? So they're all sharing that energy, trying to harness the essence and whatever gifts everybody has. We all have our own gifts and talents. It's about what you tap into. Do you understand? But you cannot tap into to the gifts you were born with in a low. Do you understand? It doesn't work like that. So this is probably the bits that helps them facilitate that shit. Nasty. How's them STDs? Coming in fast. We don't know what ones is in it. Ones is something explosive, fire. So whatever attacks they sent out that didn't land, that obviously were going back. It was only a matter of time before it was going to hit. Is what I'm getting. Why am I hearing that song? Fire in the home. You know, you better let me know. I don't know why I was hearing that, but yeah. Excuse me. Oh, in the upright. Oh, see, they wanted to silence people's dreams and wishes. Bobby stood it for themselves. So this time she wasn't able to do that. So you speak what you are in it, if that makes any sense. If you get what I'm talking about, you speak who you are, you speak what you wish for. For some of you, this is what you're destined for. And we're all destined for greatness, and it's about how you look at it and the steps you take to get there. But also it's about who you surround yourself with, because that plays a big part. Take it from me, it is a big part. And they know it too. This is why they have to take the lower level means to obtain shit, because it was not of their fortune. Okay. So literally like they kind of wanted people in like a mental prison. Which again, it's alright if you've experienced something, you have to go through that emotions, but then shake it off and keep pushing forward. But if you stay in that, that's the quickest way to lower your frequency. Do you understand? That's the quickest way to decline, basically. And here where these people probably step in. So you've been in a relationship with any of these people, they would then go with this skank in the reverse, do you understand? Have a little sex ritual and try and like siphon it, either siphon your energy or harness what they already have. And then manifest it in whatever they want it to be. But then probably portray it as though, yeah, this is what I've built, this is what I've built. You didn't accumulate shit. Everything that you stole can be returned back to the rightful owner. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So now you're probably stuck in your, oh shit, someone's not be speaking. The truth hurts, innit? Oh well. I don't really think. I'll just hit the one that fell on the table. Literally, I'll just hit the one that fell on the table. The rest I'll just put back in. I've got to keep track of the time as well. Yeah. So collective. You're speaking your truth. And it's funny, isn't it? It's like everybody has freedom of speech, right? Just like you have your own free will to spill lies and tell lies, we have our own free will to speak our truth. So why would you try to block our truth? But embrace your lies. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. For some of you, that is who you are. That's what you're supposed to do. That is literally your title. The Hanged Man. All this is in the upright, so that's a good thing. If it's in the reverse like that, it'd be them. But this is you collective. I'm sensing that you're very mindful. Whereas before, you may have just, not saying you didn't have a right to, don't get me wrong, but to not allow people to trigger you into a negative or volatile response is what I'm getting. So you will pause and think about things. You're not going to react to something that's not going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. If it's not for your highest good, then what's the point? And that takes mastery, I'm being honest with you, because these people, they're very, what do you call it? They're like parasites. Do you understand? In their mind, they're going to keep going until they get the reaction that they're looking for. I promise you, these comic backfires are going to beat your ass first. In fact, they are. Yeah. Someone doesn't want this out. Why are you mad? Huh? That was the Ace of Swords, by the way. Why are they big mad? Where that other card? Oh, damn. All the way on the other side of the... I would have to go and get that. Let me go and get that. Ah. And that was the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Oh, shit. The Ace of Swords. Let's see if he comes out again. The Ace of Swords. The Sword of Realization. Also the Sword of Truth. And you can also call it the Sword of Archangel Michael as well. Yeah, some of us want me chatting. I rebuke your negative energy. Can't do shit to me. You don't have no power over here. Sorry. You want to focus on controlling them STDs you got to fight off. You understand? That you're sharing amongst the whole group. And anybody else you be messing with. People that have outside families scattered here, there, and everywhere. I know there's a few people have. Knight of Wands. Some of you have been on a journey. This has been a journey. Again, these boots are made for walking. It was made for it. Root chakra again, this is stuff. It means you're going places. You're on your journey. Do you understand? A few Nazis and Jezebels didn't stop their show. Yeah, that's what I would say. A few narcissists and some Jezebels didn't stop their show. And I almost was going to come out then. Again, the Ace of Swords. Which would have just been confirmation. These are people with no imagination because they steal it from others. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's why they're mad, because she... So if these people were trying to be seen in a certain light, nah. They're being seen in a true light now because their Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Notice the color on the cup. Yeah? Okay. Notice the color on the cup. The only part that came out in the reverse. But this one's in the upright. So this is the collective. That's these people. So it's like whatever, how can I say? Anything built on faulty grounds and destruction, yeah, that's going to crash and burn. So whatever image you're trying to portray, yeah, that's crashing and burning too. In fact, some people probably are crashing out. Whether that be in the home, in public, at work, online, yeah. Not good. So you never had any creativity, you can use this to get so your creativity is blocked. You have blocked emotions, you have no love, and all your relationships are falling apart. One by one by one by one. So whatever spell you had over people, whatever vow you had over people, has been obliterated. Probably explains why it's so hot. All the illusions have been melted away. Damn. But you collective, you get your 10 of cups. Don't play with me. You get your happy ever after. And that's what so many people are trying to steal from you. See if that, for instance, that's what you was destined to in your future. Yeah, they want to steal it from you by doing magic. And it's really dumb. And the fact that they do it, the lengths they went to, the laws they broke. Yeah. Was it worth it? Ask yourself, was it worth it? I think not. And the chariot, that's your forward movement. That's your forward movement. That these people expected you to give up, crash and burn, just settle for abuse, trauma of every kind. And you said, nah, fuck that. Mm-mm. And for the most part, you love yourself. So clearly, if these people are in the energy that they are, that clearly tells you something. They don't love themselves. That's why they got to surround themselves with immaterial items that they pilfered and pillaged from other people. That's what makes them feel loved. Do you understand? It's like, oh, I've got this designer clothes, or I've got that sports car. But you're spiritually bankrupt. Make it make sense. You can't hold on in a relationship. You can't stop lying. Make it make sense. You can't keep a lecture. Make it make sense. That's not true love. That's not self-love at all. But for you collective, you get the white picket fence. You get the commitment, the love. Content is a must. For some of you, marriage, a true divine marriage. I'm not talking these narcissistic love bombing bullshit. No. And to the third parties and the side chick that thought they won the prize by mashing up someone else's relationship. Imagine when that karma hits. How you get them is how you gonna lose them. Oh, well, I must be better than them because they were sneaking around with me. With your off pH balance, nasty ass, worldwide crushes ourselves. Men do. Why get married if yours just gonna be nasty? I don't. And you really think that was gonna fly? You really thought there was gonna be no retribution for that kind of behavior? Where did that card go? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Damn. It's like the divine wanted the devil card off the table. And it's funny because there's no breeze yet, but the way these cars are flying, yeah, these cars are flying literally. One's over there, literally. That's a good 10 feet away. What's going on? Now the tower's here. But all the people are doing towers. Like, every avenue, every door is locked, every path is blocked, every road. Is it like you can't even see the road? That makes any sense. So it's like these people, what's the word? What word do they use it? It's like they're walking into, is it desolation? Or they're walking into like a desolate space where you can't actually see a clear path. You're just like in the wilderness. You understand? There's no path. The path has been wiped over. But collectively, we have a path. We're already on it.